Okay. So this is it? This is how we're going out? No, I don't think so. Huh, Boozer? Huh?
Bro?
Boozer? The night your old lady was killed. What did I say to you?
What did I tell you?
What did I say to you, huh? I found you halfway through a case of whiskey. You were gonna drink yourself to death. What did I say to you?
You grabbed a bottle, and you chugged it. It was a lot of goddamn whiskey. And you told me that if I was gonna drink myself to death, you'd be right there with me. That's what brothers do.
So like I said, Boozer, is this it? This is how we're going out?
Let's get the hell out of here.
After what feels like 80 odd hours or so with Days Gone, I finally rolled credits on Sony's Freaker Apocalypse Biker Club game. And despite some disappointing plot tail-offs and an incredibly long-winded questline, I'm pleased to say that my initial strong impressions from my review in progress haven't completely faltered.
I'll talk to Skizzo about getting some barbed wire around this. It'll keep the newts off.
Unfortunately, however, I can confirm that the game is simply too long. This game features not one, but 2 point-of-no-return missions, and even after the credits, presents you with more story and side missions to complete. Of course, the length of games is a big topic in today's climate, and more content is usually a good thing. But when that content feels uninteresting, dragged out, and somewhat tagged on, it doesn't exactly have the desired effect. In the final third of the game, the story really gets away from itself. Deacon has a major break in character, and just as you think the plot should be rallying up to a close, the studio somewhat flip a switch and reset. This is a shame, as it meant I ended up simply looking forward to getting the game finished, so I could move on and go back to what I loved about Days Gone, which is exploring the fantastically well-designed world.
I see you doing runs for the rich almost every day. I'm starting to feel left out.
Once at the point where I had leveled up and upgraded enough, discovering and taking on larger freaker infestations and indeed hordes was a genuine blast. Taking down a particularly livid group of 500 or so zombies is incredibly thrilling and satisfying. Even more so if you've taken the time to plan traps and watching them fall straight into them. And wandering around after a fight and seeing the carnage I'd cause always put a smile on my face.
Light him up! I can see him from here!
However, it's worth noting how badly the game's performance degraded as the game progressed. It seemed as though the further I got into the game, the worse the frame rate got and the more crashes and bugs I encountered. The frame rate being a particularly villainous culprit. At times I'm pretty sure I was maxing out at approximately 5 frames per second, maybe 7 on a good day.
The path is clear to me now.
Yeah, me too.
Despite its preposterous length, the studio do a good job of ensuring there is stuff to do in the post-credits. You're left with upgrades to still complete, hordes to defeat, and camps and checkpoints to clear. And frankly, I'm glad that there is a reason to go back to Days Gone, as I simply loved exploring and discovering the world. I've thought long and hard about my score for Days Gone. On one hand, the game is saturated with problems that you literally can't ignore, but on the other, I enjoyed so much of my time in the game, and I'm continuing to do so on my hunt for platinum. In the end, it comes down to a point made by a friend of mine. Do you remember in the days of the PS2 where a game was just good and that was more than good enough? That's where Days Gone sits. It's not groundbreaking technically or amazingly well written or structured. It's just a good, solid, fun game, and that's all it needs to be.
Camp Creek, there's nothing here.
Hold on. Okay. A field op should be there any minute. You know the drill. O'Brien out.
Yeah, I know the drill. Try not to get my ass shot off while being your goddamn peeping Tom. St. John out.